Good morning. Today we're gonna do a suspension setup on the Honda CBR600RR. I told you that it's this guy, his first bike. He bought it second hand. I always know that owners tend to try tweaking their suspension setup. Always, that's not for the best. So, what is the best suspension setup? Well, actually, it's not rocket science. I've seen guys on the internet making YouTube movies looking very difficult, seriously, and wiggling the bike and then again and again, and don't get fooled by them. It's just a show. It's an act. The only thing a suspension needs to do is keep your front and your rear tire stick to the ground. Nothing more, nothing less. So, the best suspension setup for a Honda CBR600RR, who is used mainly on normal roads, on asphalt, brick roads, bumpy, is the standard setup. Those guys at the Honda factory are no stupid guys. They know what they do. So, what do we need? Well, you need my YouTube video. I guide you through the process and show you how you can do your own suspension setup. It's the best setup for normal roads. If you want to take it to a track, a racing track, then it's a different story. But on the normal everyday roads, the setup I show you is absolutely the best. Don't let anybody fool you on that. I'm going to show you how. First, we're going to do the rear shocker. So what do we need? First, we need the official Honda workshop manual for the CBR. I got it on my tablet. Just a moment, show you here. Oh. This it is. Then we go to the suspension setup. First we have standard preload, spring preload setting. It has to stand on number 3. We're going to check that. So, as you see over here, we can set the preload for the rear suspension. Perhaps this. It's now on 5. I'm not sure if you can see it. Zoom a bit in over here. It's 5. This is the notch where you have to the settings, and these things you can turn with, and I show you. We're gonna use this one. First, we're gonna give it a little bit of a spray to make sure it looks. Even kijken. So, from the other side. Now we have to turn it to 3. So just hook it in a hole, fire in the hole. Even kijken hier. And then start to Have nothing else than this. Hop. Now it goes to 4 and this is 3. That's 3. Now, to set the rebound in the standard position, you first have to turn it clockwise until it stops. That's the hardest position. So this is clockwise. Up. Then I made myself this tool. So now it's straight up. Wait a minute. Now it's straight up. And the manual say for the standard position it's 1/3/4 of a turn. So this is 1, this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. That's all for the rebound position standard. On the upper side of the shock absorber, on the rear side, we find over here the compression setting. Honda is saying all the way clockwise to the hardest position. Oei, stond op 2. It was on 2. 1.5, 2, so it wasn't good. And then 7 clicks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now it's all right. I already predicted that somebody, the previous owner or some real experts, turned on the settings. It was totally out of balance because there is a balance between compression and rebound. So this is the compression. When it's too hard and you drive on a road which has bricks, uneven, your rear wheel starts to, it bounces. That's the right word. It starts to bounce. It's not that difficult because the suspension is too stiff. This probably works good on a track, racing track, smooth asphalt with no short bumps at all. That might be good. But for everyday use, this setting was not good. And on the underside, it was way too far in. So the rebound was also way too high. And that means that the rear end of this bike was way too stiff. Way too stiff. I'm sure it bounces over every brick road. So not good. Now I've set it to the standard setting, which is absolute the best. Simple, no doubt about it. Let's go do the front. Let's see what we find over there. So, we're on the front side. Let's see. We have to even kijken over there. This is the compression setting. We have to turn it clockwise all the way, and then 2 turns out. then 2 turns out. So this is 1, and this is 2. On the other side we're going to do the same. Turn it in clockwise, then 2 turns out. So the upper side we're going to do at first the spring preload, and it needs to be for the standard position at the 4th ring. And as you can see, I zoom in just a moment. This one is at the 3rd ring. It's 14 mil. Oops, even kijken, there you can see it, this 14 mil. A bit further out. So, as you can see, a little bit more up. Now we are at the 4th ring, so that's good. And we also gonna do right away the other side. Just a moment. On this side the same. Okay. Yes. It's just visible the 4th ring, so it's good. Then we're gonna do. So now we're gonna do the rebound. All the way in clockwise. Yeah, until it stops, gently stops. Now we have to turn it 2.5 turns out. This is 1, this is 2, and this is a half. And we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. 2.5 turns out. 1, 2 and a half. So today I showed you how to do the setup of the expansion of a Honda CBR600RR. It's very easy, you can do it, and I hope you liked my video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. And if you have something to ask or to say, please put it in the comments below. See you the next time. Old Mechanic out.